Last night in the St. Paul Civic Center, a monster truck battle to the death. Gravedigger put away both Bigfoot and King Kong to win the 10-truck elimination. And the monster trucks are back this afternoon in St. Paul for another battle royal. Last night's contest took its toll, and the teams have been hard at work through the night, repairing the damage. Can Gravedigger repeat his devastating win of last night? We'll find out soon enough as the monster trucks get ready to go at it once again.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the 1988 TNT Redman All-American Pulling Series. I'm Dave Grimm, and we're going to shift gears a little bit this afternoon as we go to monster truck racing. We have brought in 10 of the world's best monster trucks, including the world champion Bigfoot, who will perform against some awfully tough competition here at the St. Paul Civic Center this afternoon. Along with our monster truck races here in the Civic Center Arena in the Twin Cities, we're going to have ATV races, including 3 heats of 8 vehicles each. These are 4-wheel drive ATVs, including Yamaha, Kawasaki's, and Hondas. The monster truck racing will take place at various intervals where we'll run monster trucks side by side. We've got Fords and Chevys and Dodges that'll go heads-up competition. The fastest qualifying time, well, it could be somewhere around 9.5 seconds. The fastest qualifying time will draw a bye in our first round. Let's go to the action right now. Jeff Dane out of Killeen, Texas. One of the best monster trucks in the world today. Awesome Kong is a 1986 Ford, but he's got a Chevrolet for an engine. Beautiful looking Ford called Awesome Kong. Here he goes. And he has got problems here this afternoon. And the Chevy fans take... And you can see what he really needs to do, ladies and gentlemen, is get rid of that Chevy engine and put in a Ford engine. It sounds like he's got fuel problems. Fuel problems for Awesome Kong number 2. King Kong 3. Steve Dane. He's got to certainly improve the qualifying run that his brother had with Awesome Kong. He's got to beat 10.75 seconds if he wants to take the lead. Here he goes. Oh, 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 oh. Look at him go. Look at him fly. Oh, a great qualifying run. And the time. Listen to this one. Steve Dane, a new Civic Center Arena record, 8.69 seconds. He takes the early qualifying lead. Rich Hooser out of St. Louis, Missouri, in a 1988 F-350 Ford with a blown 460 Ford. Everyone knows it as Bigfoot. He started it all back in 1973. Bob Chandler did. They have a 4-wheel drive and off-road specialty shop in St. Louis. There are 7 trucks altogether in the Bigfoot stable. And here's one of the best, Rich Hooser, a top driver of Bigfoot, and he's on it. He must beat 8.69 seconds. A good run. Now, qualifying is important because you draw a bye. That's one less run that you have to make if you're able to draw a bye in the first round of competition. Here comes our final truck of the afternoon, the Gravedigger. The Gravedigger is a 1951 Ford panel van with a 572 cubic inch Chevrolet engine in the back of the panel van. The engine is in the rear of the van. And I'll tell you, he won't waste any time getting over the cars. Dennis Anderson out of Chesapeake, Virginia, in the Hampton Roads area. The green light is on. Here he goes. He's up and over. There he goes. Look at him fly through the air. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, he's off the left-hand side, but a great time. Unbelievable. He doesn't back out of it for 1 minute. And we have another new record. 7.59. 7.59 for Dennis Anderson out of Chesapeake, Virginia. We're going to get a word in with him. Let's get Dennis Anderson out here, our low qualifier. Congratulations, low qualifier. Great feeling.
Yeah, I'm going to try to win again tonight because I really need to do it.
All right, now we noticed as you come over the first mound of dirt, you really get into the accelerator, but it looks like it causes some problems because the truck hits awfully hard before you go up the first set of cars. What are you thinking about?
Well, I've got a little fueling problem right now, and I'm losing fuel. And what I'm doing is I'm drawing air through my carburetors, and that's a little bug we have to work out. It's a new motor. This is the first time we've ran it. So we've got a few bugs to get out of it.
All right, certainly you'd like to win this event here this afternoon. Who do you think your toughest competition is going to be?
I'd have to say it's going to be Bigfoot and the Kong brothers.
All right, well, congratulations and good luck.
All right, thank you.
We'll be back with the Monster Truck Elimination right after this commercial word. The first round of the Monster Truck Elimination was marked by easy victories for 5 of the 11 super trucks competing. First, Bigfoot left an ailing Leadfoot in the dust. Master of Disaster came charging out of the hole and led Gentle Ben all the way to the finish line. You'll have to take on Bigfoot next. King Kong was another hands-down winner, easily taming Barely Tame and advancing to round 2. Awesome Kong was unable to overcome the fuel problems that hurt him in the qualifier, and Carolina Crusher advanced. Madman broke down on the starting line and was unable to effect repairs in time to get the heat underway, giving Barbarian an uncontested cakewalk into round 2. But Barbarian has his work cut out for him. He'll go against Gravedigger next time around.
It'll be Bigfoot going against Master of Disaster, Doug Spanion from Albany, Minnesota, driving the 1984 Chevrolet with the big block Chevy engine, 408 cubic inches, going against the #1 Ford in the country. But Bigfoot does not have a lock on this race at all. Bigfoot seems not to have the speed here at St. Paul that we've seen him have other races throughout the country. Rich Hooser does not like to lose with Bigfoot, and Bob Chandler, his owner, is on hand, and the boss doesn't like to have his truck lose either. Going to be good heads-up competition. Here they go. And it was no easy ride for Bigfoot. Bigfoot wins it, but not an easy ride for Rich Hooser. Rich Hooser of Bigfoot, looked like you had some problems you went over in your first round.
Yeah, it got crooked on me. The rear steering got crooked, and I wasn't sure if it was just a switch or nothing. But what happened was the steering cylinder on the rear axle busted loose, so I had no rear steering, so it was kind of going crooked. But it's fixable. I can block off that one. We got another cylinder on there. It'll steer a little bit slower, but it'll still work.
Good luck.
Thanks.
All right, Rich Hooser out of St. Louis, Missouri with Bigfoot. King Kong 3 and the Carolina Crusher. King Kong, driven by Steve Dane out of Killeen, Texas, with the 86 Ford, 460 cubic inch Ford. The Carolina Crusher, who looks surprisingly strong in his first monster truck race, is driven by Gary Porter out of Washboard, North Carolina, with a 72 Chevy C10 and a 460 cubic inch Chevrolet engine. This is going to be interesting. King Kong 3 is going to have to get in it early. They're ready to go. Here comes the green light. There they go. Oh, look at King Kong get up. King Kong driving like a madman out there. He was really flying over that first set of cars. Steve Dane climbing down here from the Ford King Kong 3 out of Texas. We're going to ask you to take the helmet off there, Steve, because we'll have trouble hearing you there with all that helmet, and you've even got a neck brace that goes around. First question I've got to ask you right now, is it dangerous out there physically?
Oh, yeah. A few years back, it was just car crushing out here. You're not doing it for as much fun. You're out here racing for thousands of dollars. TNT puts up a big purse along with Stroh's. Everybody wants to win the big money, go home a winner, beat all the big names, and it's not the safest sport in the world.
Evidently, you think you've got a good shot at winning it all here today.
I go to every show thinking I can win. You got to have the right attitude or you'll never win.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Up next, Gravedigger and Barbarian. Barbarian here on a free ride because of the broken Madman. Gravedigger was last night's winner and the #1 qualifier for this elimination.
All right, here we go now, the Barbarian. Jim Miller out of Nokomis, Illinois, 78 Ford, going against the Gravedigger. The Gravedigger's wild and crazy. Look at the Gravedigger go. Oh! Oh, the Gravedigger's on it. I tell you, the Gravedigger did not win by that much. The Gravedigger looked awfully smooth, but he did not win by that much. Barbarian giving him a very good race. All right, as Dennis Anderson climbs out of the Gravedigger, let's talk a little bit about the truck. You can see all of the special shock absorbers they have underneath. The tires alone are $1,500 a piece, $6,000 a set. And Dennis Anderson always climbs down out of the truck with a smile on his face because you know that he's had an awfully good run, but it was close out there, Dennis.
Yeah, it was. I kind of missed my gear there. I didn't get into second gear like I should have, but things were getting rough, so I had to hang on.
All right, good points you bring up. In other words, you shift gears as you get down the track?
All right. Well, after I launch, I try to go ahead and shift one time, and if I don't go on and shift once I take off, it's kind of rough to do it as I'm in the air and jerking around.
Hey, you better have it in the right gear if we go to the final.
Yeah, it will be.
All right, he's confident he can win it.
We'll be back with the dynamic four-wheel ATVs after this match. While the monster truck teams are getting ready for the semifinals, we'll see the running of the ATV championship heat. But first, let's take a look at a recap of the hot action in the 3 qualifying heats that took place earlier today. The drivers were racing against the clock as well as each other. Whoever has the lead at the end of 8 minutes is the winner. Number 54, Scott Maier, took an early lead in the first heat and was beginning to look like he had the win in his pocket. But with 2 minutes to go, he was thrown, taking the jump in turn 3. When the checkered flag fell, Steve Johnneck, number 11, took the win. The competition was just as furious in the second heat, and the jump at turn 3 proved once again to be a treacherous obstacle. With 4 minutes to go, Bob Utne, number 6, was thrown from his bike and slammed into the dirt at the same spot where Scott Maier lost it in Heat 1. Thanks to his protective safety gear, Bob was shaken but unhurt. After the caution flag was lifted, Rick Melby, number X2, grabbed the lead and refused to let go. Led for the rest of the heat and took the checkered flag well out in front of the pack to win the second heat. Heat 3 brought more disaster in the third turn. Before the pack could even make it through the first lap, a 2-vehicle collision in turn 3 sent Jim Balfe, number 21, crashing to the track. Once again, the extensive protective gear worn by these drivers saved one of them from serious injury. Jim was okay, but the 2 ATVs in the crack-up weren't in such good shape. The 6 ATVs left were restarted with the clock set back for the full 8 minutes. And you can bet they took extra care in the third turn. Number 67, Daryl Roth, got ahead of the pack for an early lead, driving with intensity but keeping his ATV under control. Daryl held on to his lead, beating the jumps, the other drivers, and the clock to take the win in heat number 3. Now the stage is set for the championship run, a 20-lap dash for the checkered flag.
The yellow flag, there goes the green, they're on it. There they come, coming around turn number 1. There they go for turn number 2. And they're bumping and moving. Hey, we got a clean race so far. We got one bike off the track, but he's still on. Now he's coming back around. Here they go, X2 is in the lead. X2 coming around. It's Rick Melby. Rick Melby in the lead. Here they come around, X2 still in the lead. Number 76 is currently number 2, Rick Johaneck, on a 250 Honda. 20 laps. We're down to 18 laps yet to go, and here they go. They're really flying around. Hey, we've almost got them running 1, 2, and 3. Very close together. This is going to be a close race all the way. The top finalists in our heat races before and our semi-feature coming back for this final race. It's X2, number 76, and number 111. Bill Miklo is currently number 3. It's Johaneck. Rather, Melby, Johaneck, and Miklo in that order as they come around. Now, we've got a close one. This is going to be close all the way. Oh, they're bumping and grinding down there on turn 3 and turn 4. They hit each other. Number 76. Rick Johaneck really pushing Mr. Melby. And we've got a new leader now, 76. Rick Johaneck has taken the lead over Mr. Melby. Remember, 20 laps here in the feature race. And Rick Melby has lost considerably ground, and now he's going to risk losing the number 2's position. We've got a battle for the number 3. We've got a battle for the number 2. Here they come. 3 of them bunched. 141, 111, and 2X all going for the number 2 spot. But your leader continues to be Rick Johaneck, 76. We've got a racer off. We've got a racer off the bike. Oh, and they just ran that bike into the wall. It might have done considerable damage. The action is fast and furious here in St. Paul. Spin out in turn number 4. It could cause problems. Here comes X2. 111 in the Twin Cities on these ATVs. Here comes the white flag for 76, Rick Johaneck. The white flag is coming out for everybody now, and they've got the checkered flag in their hand. And here it comes. Checkered flag for number 76, Rick Johaneck on a 250 Honda. I'll tell you, what a ride this afternoon. Now, you were number 2 for quite a while. Then all of a sudden, you made your move. What happened?
Oh, he just started making mistakes, and I was pushing him as hard as I could. And I knew he was getting a little tired, starting to make mistakes, and I just waited and just let it go at that.
I'll tell you, you're cool, calm, and collected after a 20-lap race. Congratulations on the win.
And thank you very much.
All right, Rick Johaneck from right here in Minnesota. He wins it in front of the home state fans. It'll be Bigfoot and Master Disaster in one semifinal, and King Kong 3 and Gravedigger in the other one. This is going to go right down to the wire. This is anybody's ball game yet. As we've mentioned before, Bigfoot's somewhat of a pre-race favorite, but now he's getting worried with Gravedigger in that other semifinal heat. Master of Disaster has nothing to lose and everything to gain. Stan Burton on the starting line. Mike Snyder on the finish line. The switch is in his hand, ready to go from red to green. Chevy versus Ford. Oh! It was a close one. Bigfoot wins it. Bigfoot wins it. Master Disaster getting over on the right-hand side of the cars. And some of the guys have had trouble keeping the trucks going down the middle of the cars. So Bigfoot will be in the finals this afternoon. All right, here is the other semifinal race right now. King Kong 3 going against Gravedigger. Steve Dane going against Dennis Anderson. Texas against Virginia. Hey, this is going to be wild. Hang on. There we go. Monster truck race. And Dennis Anderson has broken on the starting line. Looks like they snapped the drive line. Steve Dane is going to go to the finals against Bigfoot. You felt awful confident for this race today, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I was really planning on winning. Everything was working well for me, and until this gearbox exploded on me.
And that's just the way things go sometimes. You win a few and you lose a few.
That's right. We just back to the drawing board. We'll go home and regroup, and we'll be back stronger.
All right, we get ready for the finals now. Here are the monster truck races. Bigfoot with a Ford engine under the hood. He's Ford all the way, but King Kong running a Chevy engine under that 1986 orange Ford body. Anybody's ball game. The crowd gets ready for the finals here this afternoon. Here we go. The green light is out, and King Kong 3 is gone for it. Here goes Bigfoot. Here goes King Kong, and King Kong is going to win it. King Kong is going to win it. King Kong beats the legendary Bigfoot, and here he comes. He's saying to his pit crew, did I win it? Did I really win it? And Steve Dane, you did win it here this afternoon. Congratulations on just a superb run. You both got off to a nice, smooth start, but then all of a sudden you really gained some ground on him. Tell us what happened out on the track.
Well, I wanted to get a nice hole shot. He outpowers me, probably double the horsepower. He's got a Ford factory sponsor. He's held an advantage over everybody for a number of years because of that reason. I feel this is going to mark the end of the Bigfoot dominance in monster truck racing. He got beat by Gravedigger yesterday. He gets beat by me today. Hopefully it'll continue to happen, God willing, and I'm the happiest guy around.
All right, you got to have a lot of guts to do this, don't you?
Yeah, it takes a lot of guts and a strong back.
Hey, you got a good backbone on this one all the way. He wins it. Congratulations, Steve Dane.
Thank you.
And that's going to do it. The Monster Truck Nationals from St. Paul, Minnesota. I tell you, it's been cold outdoors, but the action has been just superb indoors here. We had a terrific race right down to the finals, and Steve Dane wins it over Bigfoot, the legendary champion. And now for everybody at the TNT Redman All-American Pulling Series, I'm Dave Grimm. So long, everyone.
Oh, Steve, I love you. Oh,